About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. The Packers at 15-1 on the year. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
That's good for our Green Bay Packers.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josiah DeGuara, 45 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. remind you, in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
Darnold's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey. A 20-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Packers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Corner blitz that time by J.C. Horn, and he got home and dropped him. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. McCaffrey on the counter. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 24, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now it's Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the 16, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, 1st down Carolina.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try to run this one in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes off your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Forced out to his left. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
88.
To throw is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory. But they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for Carolina, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.